From Allen Iverson serving time in prison to Kobe Bryant being accused of sexual assault, these NBA players have secrets that they wish no one knew about. Here are a few NBA players that have shocking histories, starting with the man at the center of controversy, Dennis Rodman. Now, we all know Dennis for his outrageous personality and antics on and off the court, but did you know that he was actually arrested for domestic violence? Yeah, it's true. In 1999, he was arrested for allegedly assaulting his wife, and that's not all. He also faced charges for driving under the influence, public intoxication, and even skipping out on child support payments. Okay, I know he was one of the best rebounders of all time, but this is just too much. Next on the list is the man who went from nothing to being on the top roster, Allen Iverson. Known for his incredible talent on the court, Iverson had some skeletons in the closet, namely having a troubled past. In 1993, he was convicted of a felony for his role in a bowling alley brawl. He was also arrested for gun and drug possession and even served time in jail. While these kinds of accusations affect a player's reputation, he still managed to prove himself worthy in the league, so points for that. Moving on, we have Latrell Sprewell. Sprewell was a talented player, but he's also infamous for choking his coach during practice. Yep, you heard that right. In 1997, he attacked his coach, PJ Carlsimo, during a team practice. He was suspended from the league for the rest of the season, and many people thought his career was over. But he was able to make a comeback and played for several more years in the NBA. Now we have a player who has been rumored to have cheated on his wife multiple times, but there hasn't been any concrete evidence to support these claims. This is going to get a lot of shoes thrown at me, but I had to say it. That player is none other than LeBron James.
LeBron James with it. LeBron James attacking the basket. He goes all the way. Score! And one! He went up against three Hawks and knocked it.
Now, I'm not saying that he's definitely done anything wrong, but there have been whispers in the NBA community about his alleged infidelities. While LeBron may appear to be the ideal family man, there are some things that you'd rather not know if you're on Team James. We'll leave it up to you to decide what you believe. Next up, we have Kevin Durant. Although he's known for his incredible talent on the court,
Got away from him. Durant leading the break. Durant drives in. Big shot goes down for KD.
Amount of numbers that they were, and then Kevin Durant, this is a tough shot right there.
there have been rumors that he's not always the nicest guy off the court. In fact, there have been reports of him being rude to fans, disrespecting his teammates, and even getting into physical altercations with other players. If you've been following the news about him, then I don't think it should come as a surprise that he's a little hot-headed. Again, these are just rumors, but it's interesting to think about what might be going on behind the scenes. Moving on, we have the 9-time NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook.
Russ all the way to the basket. Boy, the aggressive Russ and the difference the last couple of games. Westbrook all the way. And there's a layup right-handed style by Russell Westbrook.
Now, we want to preface this by saying that there's no concrete evidence that Westbrook has done anything wrong, but there have been rumors that he's been involved in some shady business dealings, and that he might not be as squeaky clean as he appears. There have also been some rumors that he might be cheating on his wife. Sorry to all Westbrook fans out there. Now, it's no secret that Karl Malone is one of the greatest players in NBA history. He's a 2-time MVP, a 14-time All-Star, and a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame. But he's not as squeaky clean as he appears. In the late 1980s, Malone had a relationship with a 13-year-old girl. At the time, he was a college student and she was a middle school student. The relationship was reportedly consensual, but it's obviously still problematic given the age difference. And while there were rumors about the relationship at the time, nothing was ever done about it. What makes it even more shocking is the fact that she got pregnant and gave birth to their son. Malone didn't acknowledge him and even refused to pay for childcare. Fast forward to the present day, and many people are calling for Malone to be held accountable for his actions. But since the statute of limitations has run out on the case, there's not much that can be done legally. There have been a few concerns about Dwight Howard's off-court behavior. Specifically, there have been allegations of multiple affairs and children out of wedlock. In fact, back in 2014, a man claiming to be one of Dwight Howard's former lovers spoke out about their alleged relationship. The man, who went by the name Mason Elige, accused Howard of engaging in a sexual relationship with him while he was in a committed relationship with a woman. Howard denied these allegations at the time, but they still raised eyebrows among fans and media alike. This puts our star in a completely different light. Let's talk about James Harden's involvement in illegal gambling.
This one does count. Another three ball by James Harden.
These rumors first began to circulate back in 2016, when a lawsuit was filed against Harden alleging that he took part in an illegal poker game at a Houston nightclub. The lawsuit claimed that the game had a buy-in of $20,000 and that Harden had won over $50,000 on multiple occasions. Harden denied these allegations at the time, and the lawsuit was eventually settled out of court. However, the rumors about his alleged involvement in illegal gambling have continued to persist. It's worth noting that gambling is a hot-button issue in the NBA. The league has strict rules about gambling and is known for taking a hardline stance when it comes to enforcing those rules. Former NBA Commissioner David Stern once suspended Michael Jordan for gambling-related issues, even though Jordan was never accused of breaking any laws. While gambling is on one end of the spectrum, sexual assault is on a whole other. Derrick Rose has faced allegations of sexual assault in the past. Back in 2015, a woman identified only as Jane Doe filed a lawsuit against Rose and two of his friends, alleging that they had drugged and sexually assaulted her in 2013. Rose denied the allegations at the time and argued that any sexual activity that took place between him and the plaintiff was consensual. The case went to trial in 2016, and after several days of deliberation, the jury found Rose and his co-defendants not liable for the plaintiff's injuries. But the case is not without controversy. Many critics of Rose's defense argued that the way his lawyers questioned the plaintiff and her witnesses were inappropriate and disrespectful. Additionally, some felt that the jury's decision was a miscarriage of justice, given the seriousness of the allegations. There was also the fact that Rose and his friends had admittedly engaged in sexual activity with the plaintiff on the night in question. Next, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Back in 2019, he was caught on tape threatening his ex-girlfriend with physical violence. The recording was released to the public, and while Cousins was fined for his behavior, he wasn't charged with any crimes. Some people believe that there could be more to this story than what's been made public. Could there be other instances of abusive behavior that haven't come to light? Moving on, we have J.R. Smith. While he's known for his flashy play on the court, there have been rumors about his off-court behavior. There have been allegations of drug use and partying. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, they've been floating around the media for a while. Could J.R. be hiding some dark secrets? Last but not least, we have Kobe Bryant. There's no denying that Kobe was a phenomenal player, but he also had a controversial past. In 2003, he was accused of sexual assault by a hotel employee. The case was eventually dropped, but it still cast a shadow over his career. Kobe went on to become one of the most beloved players in NBA history, but this incident is the only thing tarnishing his otherwise amazing reputation. And that's it for all the shocking stories for today.